Hey, did you know that 2 out of 4 children will end up being dead or in jail before hitting the age of 18? And the states are even higher under the age of 30. Join me today on this broadcast as we talk about the 4 elements that needs to be done into protecting our children. Let's go. We are live. We are live. We are live. What it do, y'all? Welcome to another installment of that ROD pod. For those that don't know who I am him, Jules, the NBIC, representing that ROD. Definitely want to give a shout out to all you guys for your continuous support, leaving all that feedback, the positive, the negative, all things is respected and needed because it allows me to do what I do best, and that is to continue keeping my foot on you heathens, you he grows, and the newly installed heathenites. Next round of applause for that. Yeah, man, we're gonna have a phenomenal one. Today is about saving the youth. Last week I gave you guys the 4 elements of being a true freedom fighter. A true freedom fighter stand on these 4 core elements, which is freedom, justice, and health, prosperity, and last but not least, power. If you guys didn't check that episode out, the link will be up top so you can watch it in its full totality, gain some information, understand the mission, the vision, and the job, which is to get us out of this Euro Christian ideology, aka spiritual prison. Okay? But on today's broadcast, we had to talk about the 4 keys in saving our youth. I don't know about you guys, but there is a full-fledged attack on the youth. And if we, the caregivers, the fathers, the mothers, the parents, the aunties, the uncles, the grandmas and the grandpas, and the community as a whole, if we don't get in front of this attack on the children, we may lose our children completely, forever. And when I say there's a full-fledged attack, it's a full-fledged attack on their identity, their choice of sex, their perception on women, men. Is just bad. And then it's also the mental attack. All right, it's also the spiritual attack that these children are dealing with. And a lot of it is our fault, but overall, it's a machine that's literally in place to erase the next generation. So today I'm gonna give you guys a nice presentation, and this presentation is gonna speak on the 4 keys that's needed to protect our children. But before I do that, let me give you guys this wonderful precept, or should I say this quote. It says, for myself, I'm taking on the challenge of discovering how we can truly make a difference in our youth's lives by exploring the 4 keys. These are the 4 keys that we will be talking about: guidance, mentorship, opportunity, and last but not least, love. Let me say that again: guidance, mentorship, opportunity, and love. The 4 key elements needed to preserve and protect our youth and also the up and coming generation, our seed. Okay? So I'm go through. We're gonna, like I said, I'm gonna give you guys a presentation. I hope you guys appreciate it. Put a lot of hard work into providing you guys with such information, okay? Because the objective is to protect and ensure that our children have a greater future, and last but not least, also stay the course and finish this great fight. You understand? So without further ado, let's do what we do. I won't be showing my face. I will be going, I'll be flipping from side to side. You will see this, then you will see my face, just to give you guys just a little rundown. Okay? The four foundations of saving our youth, which is guidance, mentorship, opportunities, and love. Okay? This is a quote from Nelson Mandela. It says, "The youth of today are the leaders of tomorrow." Okay? This is my Nelson Mandela. Okay? This is the OG for me. Okay? And the nice, beautiful little youth them in the background. Okay? Let us continue. The four foundations of saving our youth: guidance, mentorship, opportunity, and love. It says, today's youth face a host of challenges, from social and economic barriers to emotional and psychological struggles. As leaders, educators, and caregivers, we have a responsibility to equip them with the tools they need to succeed. By focusing on the four key foundations: guidance, mentorship, opportunity, and love, we can inspire, uplift, and ultimately save our youth. Okay? So I'm gonna keep, regurgitating and keep repeating these four elements until it's glued into your head. Okay? So forgive me if I sound like a broken record, but it is needed. All right, let us continue. You got to do the intervention, the need for intervention. 1 in 5 youth suffers from mental health issues with little access to adequate care. 40% of youth population feel disconnected from their communities and institutions. Unemployment rate for young adults are nearly double the nation average. Okay? It's double. All right? Now, why we gotta bring up mental health? See, a lot of you guys don't know that mental health is something serious, but it's not in the notion of what they tell you mental health is. Mental health is spiritual attacks, demons that have overtaken people's bodies due to the choices and the lifestyle that we are living, right? The exposure to so much toxic energy, right? It's just at an all-time high within the Black and brown community, which is causing children to have mental health issues, where you see a high rise of colored children committing suicide or playing Russian roulette with their lives, whether they're actually playing with a weapon or they're subway surfing. These are serious situations that's happening within the Black and brown community. Such things that it needs to be addressed. It needs to be spoken of. It needs to be in the forefront. A serious conversation that every single caregiver, leader, community board members need to talk about, because it's being tossed under the rug like this is normal, but it's not. Okay? 40% of the youth population feel disconnected from their communities and institutions. What's the cause of this high rise of children feeling out of place? There's plenty of numerous of reasons, but we're gonna dive into that as we go through this presentation, okay? And you guys already know about unemployment. Every time a Democrat is in the seat, a Black man is on the verge of defeat. I'll leave it as that. Let us continue. Let's dive a little deeper. Facts will set us free, and let us see. Let us continue. Mental health. Okay? 1 in 5 youth suffers from mental health issues with little access to adequate care. The numbers. This equates to 20% of the youth population. Given the global youth population is approximately 1.2 billion, we are talking about 240 million young people that's being affected behind such thing as mental health. 240 million. That is a high number for youth, today's youth, to be suffering from some level of mental illness. Mental illness issues can include anxiety, depression, and stress. Factors contributing to this can be academic pressure, social media influence, and family dynamics. Okay? Academic pressure, trying to be like everybody else, trying to be smart, don't want to be seen dumb, don't want to be seen slow. So yes, that takes a lot of roles. And also trying to make your parents proud, right? Trying to bring home good grades, high grades, trying to get into these institutions called colleges and stuff. A lot of things, these things are issues upon our people, okay? Upon the youth, should I say. Social media influence. Now, this is the most dangerous thing I see that's going on within the Black and brown community. This is by far the most dangerous thing that's going on within the Black and brown community. Why? Because social media is causing our young men, also our young women, to be less of themselves, to devalue themselves, to feel like they are in competition with everybody else. Okay? Women is competing with other women because she's getting a certain amount of likes, so she wants that same amount of attention. Dudes is on that same type of atmosphere. They on that same frequency, where they want to be seen, they want to be liked, they want all the likes, they want all the attention. There's weirdo stuff going on, but this is for real. Social media is playing a very, 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 very dangerous role in today's youth. Okay? Very dangerous role. And when you get things like TikTok, who silence truth but allows foolishness, even on all these social media platforms, I should say, they silence the facts, they silence the truth, they silence things that's gonna uplift, but they promote the demolition. Oh, they promote it every single day. Every chance they get, you're going to see some high level of ignorance taking place. And we're not even going to talk about Facebook and Twitter, where they showing sexual stuff. They showing body parts. They showing the whole shebang. Yeah, all of that. All on social media. Easy access to these children. Okay? Let us continue. Okay? And of course, last but not least, the family dynamics. We know how it is within the hood. 9 out of 10 times, it's very rare that you will find a household with both parents, mother and father, living together in harmony, raising these children together. It's very rare. In the hood now, it's like literally, I can't even explain what it is. It's just so bad that mothers is raising their children by themselves, fathers is raising children by themselves, child support is in the mix, and everybody's forgetting that these children are being affected. Not only are the children being affected, but it's also destroying the community. It's also putting a dent within the family dynamics within the Black and brown community. Right? It's preventing us from standing strong. Nobody can stand on one leg. You need 2 legs to move. You need 2 legs to stand. You can't stand on one leg. You can't write with one hand. You can't do nothing with one thing. Everything is plural. It's double. That is life. You got an upper lip, bottom lip. You got one side of your nostrils. You got the other side. You got a left ear, a right ear, left eye, right eye. You know what I'm saying? Everything. Everything is literally double because that is the universal order. We was never designed to be alone. We was never designed to have children and then break up. And all of these things came through slavery and Euro-Christian ideology. This is facts. Okay? Just want to throw that out there. But the family dynamics is affecting our children. And we're going to talk about it. Let us continue. Implications is without adequate care, these issues can lead to severe consequences such as dropping out of school, substance abuse, and even suicide. These are the things that come along with a broken home, social media, lifestyle pressures, school pressure, family pressures. These things are what's causing substance abuse, dropping out of school, and even suicide, right? Here's some solutions. Increase fundings for mental health services. Government and NGO needs to allocate more resources. Now, to be honest, we don't need government interventions. We need detoxification amongst us as individuals. We gotta detox. We gotta cleanse ourselves so we can fix the community. We gotta see that there's a problem. When you get in help from outside sources, you have to follow outside sources' rules and regulations. And you already know how they coming. They're not coming to just openly say, yeah, man, I definitely want to see you guys be better off. It's gonna come with some level of specs. You gotta do this, you gotta do that. If you don't do this, you don't do that, you can't get this. This is facts. Okay? So we know what we need to do. Okay? Now, as far as helping with the mental health to the degree of understanding what mental health is, which is spiritual attacks, we have to connect back to our ways, our customs, our culture, so we can be protected. We are not protected because we have followed the ways of the Euro-Christian ideology. And when I say Euro-Christian ideologies, I'm referring to every single religion you could name. Because every single religion has to answer back to the Pope, who stands on Euro-Christian ideology. Okay? So anytime you hear me say that, just know that I'm mentioning everything. Or all religions. Okay? Cool. Let's go back. School-based programs implement mental health education and support systems in school. This is cool. Okay? Community support. Create community centers that offer counseling and supporting groups. This is very good. This is very true. This is very needed within our community. We need centers. We need regular Joe Schmoes to make their way inside of these institutions and sign up to be a mentor, be a motivator, be an educator, do something. You know what I'm saying? I'm a certified life coach. This is what I do. My job is to motivate brothers and sisters, take them away from the negative frequency, see the greater good within themselves. You understand? These are the things that we have to do, right? So the community center is definitely something that's needed, man. You know what I mean? Let us continue. These numbers show that youth today are in crisis. Without interventions, they risk falling into the cycles of despair, poverty, and isolation. But interventions start with providing the right foundation for growth and success, right? Cool. Let us continue. The feeling of disconnect. Okay? The numbers that 44 out of 10 young people in the US, with around 42 million young people, this translates to 16.8 million feeling disconnected. Okay? Disconnection can stem from lack of opportunities, social isolation, social discrimination. It can make young people feel they don't belong or aren't valued. Okay? The implication, this disconnect youth are more likely to engage in antisocial behavior, dropped out of school, and suffer from mental illness issues. All of these things is very important. Okay? Antisocial behavior is the child that don't want to interact, don't want to go outside, don't want to go make money. You know what I'm saying? I know people personally who still suffers from such situation, right? Something happened, I don't know, when individuals just shut down. They don't want to talk to nobody. They don't want to deal with nobody. They just want to be left alone. They want to be trapped in the closet like R. Kelly. These things is for real. You know what I'm saying? These things is real. These things do affect. These things do hurt. And we don't have the clear understanding and the tools to help these youths and to check it, right? Before it even escalate. Check it right where it's at. We don't have the skills. We don't notice it until it's too late. And these are things that we got to address, right? Let us continue. Solutions. Again, youth engagement programs, development programs that involve youth in community decision making, mentorships, pairing youth with mentors to guide them and offer support, exclusive policies, ensure policies at all levels encouraging youth participation and inclusivity, right? Including each other, right? Cool. Let us continue. Unemployment. Okay? If the nation's average is 5% youth, unemployed is around 10% for the US. With a youth workforce of about 21 million, that means 2.1 million youth are unemployed. 2.1 million youth in America are unemployed. Okay? Youth unemployment can be due to lack of experience, mismatch between education and job market demands, and economic downturns. Okay? High unemployment rates can lead to economic instability, increase in crime rate, and prolonged financial dependency on parents or social service. Okay? Now, let's talk about let's talk about the lack of experience and the education, job market, and the economic downturns. Okay? Now, you guys know how I feel about unemployment. Me personally, I feel like a child should never seek employment from individuals. I think as a child, and even as parents and caregivers, I feel like our role is to help them establish a business, right? And take the things that they love and try to turn it into a profitable business. For example, my oldest son likes playing these games. I told him, I had to sit down with him and say, listen, I see that you like playing these games. How can I assist you and allow you to generate some money, and you can put money in your pocket doing what you love to do? And he's in the process of doing what he's doing. We haven't spoken since about it, but he knows what he has to do as far as taking the things that he loves and make it into a profitable, equitable, situation. But the economic situation that you see going on, like I tell you all the time, man, The economic situation is because of us. We're spending our money in the wrong areas. We're not investing. We're not opening up businesses. We are too dependent on the system and the land. And because of that, we're suffering like any other brother man or sister man. You understand? These things are very important as far as doing the necessary things and preventing that. Because you don't see so-called Jewish people complaining about the economic terms, right? We are doing these things to each other, okay? We're taking our money, our powerful spending power, and we're giving it to outside sources, whether it's buying foreign cars or foreign jewelry or designer clothes or buying homes outside of your community when you should be buying these homes in your community, fixing it up, renting it out. You know, that's a whole nother topic. Let me not get off task. Let me not get off task. My apologies. My apologies. And because of the economic instability, it's a high rise of crime. Now, a lot of times people like to blame the crimes on, uh, um, you know, lack of unemployment, lack of opportunities. That's true, but that's the least of the real situation. The reason why crime is high is because of what society forces colored children to be a part of, right? They're forcing our children to be a part of this social club. This social club is you gotta have all the nice clothes, you gotta have this, you gotta have the up-to-date phone, the up-to-date computers. You know what I'm saying? You gotta drive the nice cars. You see, the material mentality is something that was forced upon the youth. Okay? And then you gotta also add the toxic music that's around this youth, the toxic music, the toxic school system, and also the toxic food that these youth are eating. Today's generation is eating super bad. I don't even think today's generation has even the tolerance for fruits and vegetables. Every time I go inside of these stores, for example, let's just say I go inside of Chipotle and there's a young person in front of me that's ordering food. They want all the starch and the protein. They don't want no salad. They don't want no corn. They don't want none of that. And that's a massive issue. You understand? But these are the reason why it's a high rise of crime. It's because of the frequency that's absorbing around the black and brown community. There's not a high frequency. There's not the frequency of love. There's not the frequency of unity. There's not a frequency of knowing thyself. All of that is gone. And because of that, it's playing a major issue within our youth. And you seeing that. You know what I'm saying? You guys are seeing it every day. And it's sad, but this is the facts. It's really not unemployment because we was good not having nothing. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know that I was poor until I was what, 19, 21. I didn't know we was poor, you know, because we was all in the same situation, you know. If I had one pair of sneakers for the entire year, I know at least 3 or 4 people that had the same situation. So we never felt that we was poor, you know. We never felt that. It's just now in today's society, these are things that's being promoted. Like, you gotta have this, you gotta have that. Like I said, social media plays a very pivotal role in the mental structure of today's youth. Okay? Children don't base themselves on themselves and what's around them. Children base themselves or the acceptance of themselves pertaining to what they see on social media. And these are the reasons why crime is high. It really has nothing to do with unemployment. Unemployment, we was always broke, never had jobs. Dudes ain't out robbing. Not today's generation, unless they're trying to get a lick. But anyway, Let us continue. My bad, guys. My bad. Okay. Solutions. Job training programs, offering training and skill development programs tailored to the market needs. Internship, right? Internships provide hand-on experience and pathways to the employment. Support entrepreneurship. Now, this is something that, hey, I'm all for entrepreneurship. Well, I use what I like to call entrepreneur. You're I'm very in supportive of that, right? Encouraging and supporting young people to start their own business through funding and mentorship. Okay? Now, the job training. The job training is a very touchy thing for me because what can you train a young man to do? Be work at a help desk, answering phones, huh? Throwing out the garbage, being a janitor, because these are the jobs that's being offered to today's youth. For me, what I believe that needs to be done, we need to go back and um, start up these trade schools again. These children need to know about mechanic, need to know about electricity, being an electrician, being a plumber, being a welder. No, these are the trades. These are the trades that children used to have access to. They have taken that away. It's a very small window of trade schools left. And I'm only speaking for here in New York. It's a very small window. So yes, children should be dealing with trade schools. I'm not for this, programs to teach you how to do good at an interview. I want children to go to these trade schools, learn a trade, and take that knowledge and start their own business and work for self and provide services and generate money for self. That's just me. You know what I'm saying? These are the things that is needed. Trade schools. Not programs, but trade schools. But it's still a good solution for you guys. Right? Let us continue. Now we getting started. I know I did all this. We're gonna run through it. The foundation number one. We're gonna talk about guidance. The definition of guidance. Guidance is the process of providing direction, support, and advice to help young people make informed decisions in their personal and professional life. Why it matters. Prevent prevent misdirection. Without proper guidance, youth often fall into harmful behaviors or lifestyle, whether it be substance abuse, violence, or crime. Okay? Yes, our children need guidance. Our children need their fathers. Our children need their mothers. Our children need their aunties, their uncles, their cousins. Our children need a family structure. Our children need the unity so they can get proper guidance. Okay? A lot of these behaviors and lifestyle and violence and crime and all of these things, these stuff comes from, the exposure of the negative energy that's around us every single day. So yes, we as individuals have to be the guidance, understand what the guidance and the definition and the role is of being someone that's in the role of guiding these children. It's a very important position. Having guidance and giving guidance and wisdom is more important than a 9 to 5 job, even if that 9 to 5 is paying you 100,000. Because your 100,000 could never protect your children from this economic collapse, protect your children from this systematic instruct. It will never be able to do these things. So your time in guiding your children, guiding your loved ones, your friends, the youth, guiding them is more important than $100,000 job. Let us continue. The guidance also builds confidence. Guidance help youth develop confidence in their decision makings and empower them to set achievable goals. You see, a lot of children don't have the guidance, so everybody now want to be rappers. I spit bars, I rap, I'm a drill rapper. I'm a hustler, baby. I'm a hustler. Because there's no guidance. There's nobody around to say, nah, man, don't. That rapper lifestyle is trash, man. It's weird. It's full of Fruit Loops. You don't want to deal with that. Take your talents into a trade school, learn something, start something, own something. Start owning. Start being a presence, an important factor within your community. This is what guidance do. This is what guidance do. Telling the children, telling the youth the truth. This is what the guidance is. Telling the truth. Stop allowing these children to go down the same path. There was a man, and I don't want to get off topic, but I have to say this quote. There was a man, I forgot his name, and he said, there's 7 million people on this earth, right? They say there's 7 million young black men on this earth, and every single one of them is competing to get a position or a job in the NBA that only hires 7 people a year. So every year, 7 people within that position is chosen to lead and have the opportunity to make millions. But everywhere you go, there's homes that needs electricity done. There's homes that need pipe service, pause. There's homes that needs mechanic, there's homes that need welding. There's cars that need mechanic, needs things to be fixed. These are the things that we are shying away from, is because there's no guidance to guide us into that proper position, right? Let us continue. And the guidance promotes long-term thinking. When guided well, youth are more likely to think ahead and plan for their future, focusing on education and career development. These are facts. And I just elaborated. I don't think I should say any more. Let us continue. Next slide. Here's some examples on how we should do this. Parental guidance. Parents and guardians should provide moral, emotional, and practical advice in day-to-day life. Okay? Spiritual guidance. Families and communities need to equip youth with both spiritual and cultural guidance to ensure they are on the right path to righteousness. Yes. The checking in, making sure that they are morally grounded, making sure that they stay level-headed, making sure that they think before they speak, they think before they react, they operate off logics and not emotions. That comes with guidance, okay? The spiritual aspect is something that's very important upon black and brown people. Why? Because we are born genetically spiritual people. We are connected to the earth. We are connected to the sun, the moon, the dirt. We are connected to the water. We are connected to the birds, the trees. We are connected to the lions and the tigers. We are all connected. But we're losing ourselves because we are shying away from our culture. We're falling for this Euro-Christian ideology. I'm going to keep stressing that because it's the Euro-Christian ideology that's causing us to fail or err, like the Biblos say. Okay? We have to shy away from that, people. I know it's a tough pill to digest, pause, super pause, but it's something that needs to be spoken. These things need to be understood. Okay? Cool. Let us continue. Foundation number 2, mentorship. Let us continue. The definition of a mentorship refers to a relationship where a more experienced or knowledgeable person helps guide and advise someone with less experience. This is the role of a mentorship. Provide a role model. A mentor can show a young person the ropes, guide them in both personal and professional development. Support accountability. Mentors encourage accountabilities and goal settings, helping the youth follow through on their plans and stay on track. Fostering networking. Through mentorship, youth can gain access to networks and opportunities they may not have had otherwise. Okay? I want to touch on, there's really nothing to touch on when it comes to mentoring. A lot of us know what being a mentor is. If you are a father, a mother, a caregiver, you automatically are a mentor. Okay? I don't feel like I should just elaborate on it. You guys know. All right? Mentoring these youth, talking to these youth, holding them accountable, teaching them accountability. Okay? Meeting them where they at, allowing them to see your lifestyle and desire that type of lifestyle. And your job is to say, okay, this is what you want to do. This is the steps. This is how you get to where I'm at. Right? Yeah, facts. This is how it gets done. It's get done by this going through this door, speaking to that person, building a network, building a relationship with people, and just being solid. You know, a lot of the mentors need to start teaching these children to be solid, man. Be solid. Stand on your ground. Stand on your 10 toes. Don't get rattled by words. Don't get rattled by feelings. People be emotional. You know what I'm saying? You can't be doing that, man. Warriors, man. The true enemy reside at a place we have not yet reached. When we reach there, that's when things is gonna be adjourned. Let us continue. Here's some examples. Community mentorship programs, local membership programs that partner youth with business leaders, community organizers, and successful professionals. This is important. Having these children seeing the better side of their community, seeing the important responsibility, seeing the money they can generate, right? This is what needs to be done. Okay? Business leaders speaking to somebody that's worth $1 billion or millions of dollars. You know, that will create a level of motivation upon that youth, because the youth is gonna say, you know what? Yeah, I need that. You feel me? Career mentorship. Matching students or young professionals with the mentorship in industries they are interested in, fostering practical career development. Okay? Last but not least, father figures play a critical role in mentoring youth. Having a father figure, having an OG, having a grandparent, a grandfather, these things is very, very important into the development of a mind of the youth. Okay? Very important. Father figures is very important. All of us, need a male presence, just like all of us need a female presence. If we don't have that, we are unstable, which you guys are seeing now. We are living in a society where a lot of us is unstable. We're not focused, we're not clear-headed, all of, all of it. You feel me? So it's very important that we as individuals are aware of knowing the importance of having a male figure in the household. Let us continue. Opportunities. We're gonna breeze through this because we press for time. Opportunities includes access to education, employment, social experiences that help young people develop necessary life skills and achieve their potential. Reduce inequality, providing equal opportunity levels the playing field, helping disadvantaged youth overcome social and economic barriers. Create ambition. With the right opportunities, youth are more likely to pursue ambitious goals and take positive risks, right? Increase success rate. When given opportunities for internship, jobs, or schoolship, youth are more likely to strive in both school and their careers. Now, these things are facts. All of this is facts. Okay? Opportunities. All we ask for is an opportunity. The ones that really wants to be great, all they need is an opportunity, and they're gonna flourish. We all have the potential of flourishing. We just don't know how because we don't know our purpose. We have not connected spiritually the way we supposed to because of this hedge of Euro-Christian ideology. I told you I'm gonna keep saying that until you guys wake up and smell the Kool-Aid. Okay? Here's some example. Educational opportunities, of course, scholarships, grants, and programs that allow access to higher education, right? Career opportunities, internship, apprenticeships, and job placement programs for skill building and career experience. Social opportunities, youth program that offer cultural, okay, at or let me not make sure I say that word right. Athletic or artistic activities to the broaden horizon and enrich lives. Okay? Okay? Cultural and athletic or artistic activities. Okay? We have to know our culture, not the Euro-Christian culture, not the post-slavery culture, not these things that's done more damage than good. When I say culture, I'm talking culture like on January 1st, every Haitian is eating pumpkin soup because that is a culture, that is a tradition, that is something that we've done since 1805. You understand? These are the things that I'm talking about. All the other stuff, like Christmas and these things come with Euro-Christian. These are not our way. We gotta go back to our cultures. We gotta promote athletic opportunities. But me personally, I don't subscribe to the athletic stuff because we have enough athletes. We have enough football players. We have enough basketball players. We have enough people chasing those hobbies. These are hobbies. These are not dreams, not goals. These are hobbies. And some of you guys are good enough to take a hobby and turn it into a career. It's only a small window. But the mass majority of you guys need to just leave it alone. Okay? Dancing, all this athletic and trash. Like I said, the community need workers to do community things to protect the community. We don't need outside sources to come and intervene with our problems. We have to fix our problems. We have to repaint. We have to fix the concrete. We have to do that. Not them. We have to. Protect your community. You understand? By any means necessary. Let us continue. Last but not least, love. Oh, this is my favorite. The definition of love. Love is providing emotional support, care, kindness to youth, ensure they feel valued, secure, and capable. Okay? It builds resilience. Love and emotional support build resilience in youth, helping them overcome hardship and challenges. increase emotional health. When you feel loved and supported, they are less likely to struggle with mental issues like depression and anxiety. Foster healthy relationships. Experiencing love and care allow youth to develop healthy relationship with peers, mentors, and authoritative figures. Excuse me. Now, it's quite simple. Love is the key to open all doors. I say this all the time. Love is the key to open all doors. Once you start showing love, things will no longer be a dub. But I want to emphasize that love is a verb. It's not a statement. It's not a quote. It's not a noun. It's not an adjective. It's action. You have to, when you say you love somebody, you have to show that person the love. And we need to learn how to decipher the two. Some people say, I love you, but they're just saying words. And some people fall for that. But love is something that has to be seen. I have to feel it. I have to see it coming. I gotta feel it coming. I gotta embrace it. That's true love. The actions, the things that you do, is true love. That's the love that's needed. All this extra other stuff, it's a dub. Through your actions, you are able to guide a child down a path of pure righteousness. Through your love. Not only are you gonna guide that child to true righteousness, but you also gonna, be the reason for why this child also wanna do good. It's like, damn son, this man's not even my pops. This dude really show love for me. I want to do this for the up and coming youth because I know how good it made me feel. And I want this so-called troubled youth that's coming up to feel good and realize that there's love in these streets. There's love in these communities. There's love within the neighborhood. Okay? But you got to first allow the love to manifest. You got to seek that love. You got to know the difference between the action, the verb, and just the word. You gotta find the two. Let us continue. And some examples of love. Family love, you know that. The support of parents or caregivers who nurture a child emotionally and physically. Community love. The care shown by teachers, mentors, community leaders, who work to uplift and inspire the youth. Last but not least, this is very important, and I felt like this is something that we all this should be number one on the list, right? Self-love, teaching youth the importance of self-care, self-love, so they can cultivate personal strength and self-esteem. Okay? Self-care, self-love is very important. But guess what? You won't get to the phase of loving yourself or have the true understanding of loving yourself until you denounce the Euro-Christian ideology. When you denounce the Euro-Christian ideology, you will be able to grasp onto the energy of the universe and the creators. Yes, the plural will dwell in you, dwell amongst you, and guide you down a path of pure righteousness. You feel me? I'm just saying. Self-love. That also comes with eating properly, eating the right food. You know what I'm saying? Putting away these things, the alcohol, the weed, putting away the European, the Euro-Christian lifestyle. Put these things away. This is how you preserve. This is how you live long. This is how you're able to start loving other people. When you see people like the Rastafaris and those that's on that spiritual journey, when you speak to them, these people are very calm. They love everybody. They're all about peace. They're all about prosperity. They're all about justice. And they're all about freedom because they're clear minded. They cater to themselves. They love themselves. And these people live long. Some of these people are 80. There's a lady on TikTok who's 144 years old. You guys be thinking that I be bugging. Nah, she for real. Ain't nobody got no time to lie, especially at her age. Ain't nobody here to lie. And these things are possible once you know yourself. You understand? Know yourself, know the universe, know the animals, know the fruits, know the vegetables, know the herbs, know these things. You understand? Let us continue. Real life. So let me tell you a story. For those that know, again, I am a life coach. I've been a life coach for a very long time. And in my position, I used to work for an agency. And this agency worked with ACS. They was close to home. Now, close to home are individuals who get arrested for petty crime, but instead of being thrown up top or Rikers or what's the other place, Horizon, those areas, they get a chance to be in a home-like settings, but with prison rules, right? They get to go to school, they get to watch TV, they get to sleep in the bed, but they gotta follow rules and regulations. They're not allowed to do these things by them, like be free. No, they can't walk out on their own. Doors is secure, things is locked. It's the whole shebang, right? Now, I had a youth. Not gonna say his name. This is probably my best, my best of the best. When I met him, he was very, very hard-headed, and not hard-headed in a negative way, but just hard-headed like, yo, I don't know you. You know what I'm saying? I'm mad that I'm in here. I ain't trying to hear none of that. I'm in and out, whatever, right? But me and him, we build a relationship. Why? Because even though he was young, he was very mature, very, very mature. And when you're around your peers, you tend to do foolish things. But you young, whatever, and sometimes you fall for the bait, which he had. But homie was very intelligent. He was a very intelligent young man. Can't deny that. And me being me is and I don't want to say like his sponsor, but me being that life coach for him, like he was put into my hands, into my care, and going with him to court. You know what I'm saying? Doing the home visits, seeing his moms and building a rapport with her, and and also him having a stepdad. And me and him had a similar story, right? He lost his pops at 8. I lost mine at 8. His pops passed away. Mine's passed away. The circumstances were a little bit different, but overall, we had a connection when it came to, our personal life. And he was like I said, he was a very educated young man. But through the mentorships and always talking to him, always taking wisdom, he went to school. When he left the program, he dropped out of the school because within the program, before you be released back to the community, there's like rules and regulations you gotta follow, right? You have to go to school, you have to check in, you have to do things like you basically on probation, right? And when he got off probation, the first thing he did was he dropped out of school. He's like, man, forget that. And he ended up getting his GED. Now he was 16 when I met him. He got out when he was 17, right before his 17th birthday. And soon as he got out, he dropped out and got his GED. Then he got his GED, and then he ended up getting a job working at Amazon. And this young man did all of that. You know what I'm saying? He did all of that, you know, in a short period of time. But I'm saying all of that because he was receiving that love. Like I was giving him that support when I'm always in his ear. When he's lashing out or he's about to turn up, I'm like, yo, you gotta do this, focus. You know what I'm saying? Focus on your mom, focus on your sister. You know what I'm saying? You the head of the house. You gotta be with your spouse. You gotta be with your loved ones. I try to rhyme just now. It's just comes to me like this. But you gotta be with your family, man. You know what I'm saying? And he used to take it and he used to always tell me like, yo, bro, I appreciate that, man. That means a lot. You know what I'm saying? And long story short, man, he's successful. I lost his numbers and I'm trying to get in contact with him, man. But, I was very proud, and shout out to his mother for holding it down. And that was a real one. You know what I'm saying? But that's neither here nor there. That's my testimony. That's me. You know what I'm saying? That's me being a life coach and providing such services for the youth, right? Let us continue. Time we take action, guys. What can we do? Volunteer as a mentor. That's the first thing. Join local mentorship programs to provide support and guidance. Create opportunities. Partner with local businesses, schools, and organizations to create scholarship or job training programs for the youth. Support youth in activities. Donate to or advocate for youth programs that focus on education, mental health, and career building. These are the things that we have to do. It's really not that hard to be there for the youth, man. The same love that you give to your children, you got to give it to the youth. These are still our children. These are still our responsibility. These are the next up and coming, power shifters, cultural shifters. They the ones that's gonna change it. It's either gonna make change for good or they're gonna make change for bad. And we made enough change for bad. Okay? So now the objective is to restore order. And restoring the order is going to start with us. We got to start doing the necessary things so we can, you understand? We got to do the necessary things where we can be there for the youth and guide them down the path of righteousness so they can righteify the community. You heard? Righteify the community. That's a new word, but that's what it is. We got to righteify the community. Teach them so they can be the righteous beings that they was designed to be from the very beginning. All this negativity and want to be a killer and a gangster. These are taught behaviors. These are not things. This is not of our culture. This is not who we are. This will never be us. It will never be me, and it should never be you. It should never be around us. Should never be between our children. Should never. Just a dove. You feel me? So these are the things that we can do, man. For real. In conclusion, the challenges are youth.
Please provide the topic.
The challenges our youth face today are vast. But with the full foundation, guidance, mentorship, opportunities, and love, we can create brighter futures for them. It is up to each of us to provide the support, care, and opportunities that they need to flourish. By doing so, we not only save our youth, but also ensure the success of future generations. So all that's being said, guys, we have to protect our children. We gotta know the four elements of preserving the up and coming generation, which is mentorship, guidance, opportunity, and love. Provide all of these things for these children, they will make change. Will it be effective for all? Absolutely not. Because a lot of our children is damaged goods. No disrespect. But that still doesn't mean that we should not try and do the necessary things in protecting our youth. With that being said, people, it's your brother man from the motherland. Please like, comment, share, subscribe, join the movement. Okay, I will be putting up live coaching sessions only for the membership subscribers. Those that sign up for the membership will be the ones to receive the one-on-one consultations. You can reach out to me. I will start doing as soon as I get a couple amount of individuals. We will be doing morning sessions where everybody check in and everybody's gonna speak their piece, give solutions, suggestions, no opinions. This is facts over feelings. We're trying to put an end to the mental, physical, and spiritual killing. You understand? So please support the movement, join the Patreon, follow me on all social media platforms, ROD Pod. You know what I'm saying? Once you type that in, you're going to find me. You feel me? And if it's your first time, I hope it's not your last time. If it's your second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth time, that means I'm still on your mind. That means we gotta stay on that grind because you know it's about that time. Time for what? Time for you to go get yours because you know I'm out to go to get mine. It's your brother, man. You understand? And I'ma holla. One.